I graduated too. I got my carpentry level one now, and I'm gonna try and get a job too because certain areas only let because of my background. I'm only allowed to go so far with my security clearance or whatever that could be. Because sometimes I'm missing good jobs because of certain areas. I worked at the airport and I had to go through the RCMP just to go to work at the airport. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, it was one of the hardest things I had to do, getting the security clearance from them. But I got the job. Didn't last very long. I don't know what happened. I can't remember. But a lot of drugs and alcohol have changed our lives in a way. Like it wasn't so much her for the drugs, but it was me, the drugs, and the alcohol that affect our relationship, our lives, how we spend money. Um, it's just it's intolerable to us. We split up once because of it. It's money talks, and that's the way the reality of it is. It talks. It does everything for us. Because like you can't live with love. No, you can't. No one can. And people who think they can, I'd love to meet that person, but it's not the real world of it. It's in caveman days where, you look around and, go hunt for your food and find a cave to live in. You know what I mean? That's not how it goes. But I bet you they were being charged rent by the T-Rexes or something. I don't know. Today, I gotta say that poverty is one of the biggest problems. Even back in the day, why is it a big problem? Why are they coming out now with problem? Trying to solve this problem. Why are they doing this now? I don't get it. If it was such a problem 20 years ago, why didn't they start then? Our problem could have fixed it then, but nothing but band-aids on every little social problem that's out there. Let's put a band-aid on this. Yeah, it might heal by itself. Well, it'll heal by itself. Everything now. Now it's out of control. So, what works and what doesn't? That's what's coming up in my mind. Well, whatever they're doing now is not working. So, you know what I mean? They tell us that we gotta live on a budget. Okay, fair enough. We live on a budget. Okay. Now we gotta do your programs. Okay, we do your programs. All right. Okay, what now? What now? You know what I mean? What do you guys got for us now? You guys must have seen a sheet for certain kids or thing that how far under the poverty line that certain people live, right? You must have seen, like for 8 people, I think it's like $5,000, $6,000 a month, and that's still under the poverty line. That's crazy. And I've seen something on the computer about that, like what the poverty line, what it is, and like holy smokes, and we live way beyond that, and then they wonder why we live beyond our means. We go to rental, we rent these stuff, and like that. And our stuff gets ripped off now and then, and we're back in the shit house again, or whatever you call it, whatever you want to call it. Right now we got collectors, like that, phoning us because our stuff gets ripped off. Now they think we're lying because we live in poverty. They think that okay, these guys wouldn't pawn their stuff because they're poor and they needed money or something like that. No, that's not it. Hey, talk to the cops. You see how we live. Our house is easy to break in. It's nothing. It's not Fort Knox, or you know what I mean. You can't. It's not a bank vault. You can get in our house easy through the window or whatever. Place is not protected because they don't care about the places. They think we live there. So what? They're giving us free low rent or whatever. They're not paying water. They're not paying hydro or whatever it is, and they don't take care of the place. So we get blamed for certain situations, and it comes out of our pocket. And then they wonder why we do illegal things like to get on top. Get involved with the gangs and sell drugs, or what I mean is just trying to get on top. You know what I mean? Or we gamble, and we're supposed to tell these people when we win. Like we're supposed to tell the workers when we win money and stuff like that. Yeah, like hell, we're gonna tell them. You know what I mean? What the hell is it? Forget that. But that's how it goes. That's how it goes. They want answers, but they're not giving us answers. They're not enough answers. Not the straightforward ones. Like you know, how far are they gonna go to help us? You know, and we want to help ourselves, but we need guidance still because we're, you know, we've known this lifestyle for too long, and it's hard to let go. It's hard to let go, you know. Once you think you're poor, you know, we're not going to be those people who want $50 million, you know what I mean, and know what to do with it. Obviously, we're going to spend it like anybody else, but, you know, are we going to know how to be rich? What does that mean to us? When we have $1,000 in our pocket, we think we're doing good, but we're not. We spend it stupidly, or well, she does all the bill stuff and all that. I spend it stupidly. It's my like that. But sometimes, sure, not very often, but sometimes. It's a very rare thing with her. But she's the bill payment person. Me, I like to spend it on my kids or, you know, do other things. I don't know. You know, spending like a couple extra $100 here or there or whatever. You know, I'm not driving a Maserati, so.
Sometimes we go like we run out of things at home, like groceries. Sometimes we can't, you know, we can't afford to go to these, you know, top stores to buy our kids, you know, clothing. We have to go to like Goodwill sometimes, you know, and yeah, we have to bus it around. So yeah, it's hard. It's not easy.
Poverty to me is not having $5 in your pocket. That's what it means to me. No, not even $5 in your pocket. That's poverty. Because you can't afford to have $5 in your pocket because you got kids. You need a jug of milk. Boom, $5 is gone. You know what I mean? 2 loaves of bread, $5 is gone. You know. I'll tell you, it's a tough thing for us. It's like, you know, because we're constantly struggling like that, constantly, and not just. It's not just you know, oh, we're good this month because we got $5 in our pocket. No, it's an everyday thing. We worry about spending our money on everything. She smokes, you know, and stuff like that. You know, I have other habits. We gamble, stuff like that. You know, it's just, you know, because everybody dreams of being rich, dreams of it. But you know, the reality of it is, you know, it's 1 in 25 million that win something every day. You know, and I wish I was just one of those 25 million people.
It's funny because yesterday we were. I only had $1 left, and I was like, oh, he goes, do you have any money? And I was like, I only have $1. I said, and I don't want to give it to you. That's all we have. Like, you know, it was $1 right now.
No, $1. And I said, well, give it to me. I'll go throw it in the BLTs and see what happens. You know what I mean? You never know, right? So I always think of things how I don't believe in luck. You make your own luck. That's what I say. You know what I mean? If you're going to get, you know, if it's gonna pay, it's gonna. It's not. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, it's like dying. If it's your day to die, it's your day to die. It's not whatever, you know. Just keep on living or struggling or whatever, surviving. Because a lot of these experts, geez, that word expert just doesn't sit well with me. You know, it doesn't because I'd really love to see who is an expert at living in poverty. You know, I see it every day. Every day. In our area, whatever, you know, I see a guy digging in the garbage. He says, I pay my rent that way, I do everything, he says like that, because he picks cans every day, nonstop. He does it for 12 hours a day, all the time, and he tells me a story. I'm thinking, holy smokes, he feeds his dog and his cat, and lives in a little apartment right beside Glenn's house there. Mm-hmm. And he picks cans and like that, and he constantly does that. He said he doesn't depend on the government or nothing. He does it all himself, but he is way below the poverty line. Mm-hmm. And the poor guy stinks. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to tell him because he digs in the garbage all day, but you know what I mean? He has to do what he has to do to survive. And you know, that's surviving, you know what I mean? People shouldn't live like that. And like, I feel sorry for the guy, and I'm in a worse situation than him. He has no kids. You know what I mean? And I have a bunch of kids that I'm trying to survive for. And I feel sorry for that guy. See, that's how far some people's hearts go. Well, I think gangs are 30% of poverty. Yeah. It's pretty high up there because no one else has anywhere to turn. Yeah. I mean, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, we both have, you know, associated with gangs.
Well, I'm an ex-member.
So, yeah. So. And I have too, like even before I met him, like I always, you know, hung out with them and so.
Good stuff. I don't know, just.
But we don't do that anymore.
No,
It's
no,
just-
no, no.
no.
I'm,
We think
getting
about
too
the
old.
kids now and it's, you know,
Too old for me.
yeah.
But yeah, I hope we can help you out. What you guys see, like there's a lot of things that need to be done and changed. And how fast is that? You know what I mean? Because I'm one of those big 2012 believers right now, and I don't know how far that's gonna go. It's supposed to change the government or something. I don't know what's going on there, but.
My son had leukemia. He
Oh,
had
yeah,
it
yeah.
for 3.5 years. He had to go for treatment. I don't know. Like social assistance did help though. They
Nah, what, 160
well,
bucks
to what
a month?
you know,
Wow.
to some extent they have, but
It was
yeah.
cancer care that helped. They the ones
Mostly,
that bought,
yeah.
they bought a bed for him, all this stuff. They gave him his wish. And they helped us on Christmas. You know what I mean? Like some stuff because we were broke around Christmas times. It's killer. And like we were hoping like some of these hampers that came, being picked, our name being picked, and all this stuff. It was just crazy, and hoping that you get something nice for the kids. And Christmas time is probably the most roughest time for us.
That's the only place I think that I would have to thank them for helping. Like because obviously like paying for the cabs to the hospital, and all that. Like that's the only place I could say thanks, for that. Because if it wasn't for them at that point of our life, then we wouldn't know what we would do.
Oh, we would have been screwed, yeah. Totally. Yeah, it was,
But everything else, I don't.
It was a rough time. She was pregnant at the time when he was diagnosed, and we went through a really, really rough time. So she was having a baby while he was sick in the hospital, dying, or whatever it was at the moment, because he was really sick at that time. We didn't know because we thought it was just a fever constantly, so we kept on giving him Tylenol. We didn't know what the hell, and then found out he had cancer. He was getting really thin and whitish looking, and he's a brownie. He's a brownie air boy.
Yeah, but he's in remission now. He's doing
He's
good.
okay.
So yeah,
He's
it's
doing
good
fine.
now.
So,
Yeah.
but it's tough, and it was stressful on us, pocket wise, emotionally. It affected our relationship a bit.
I wanted to give him things because I thought he was gonna,
Pass
and
away.
couldn't afford it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we're gonna try a little better now. A little harder, but hopefully we don't have all the answers for our kids and stuff like that. We only get our information from so much that we passed on to our kids, and everything we can do is what we're trying right now. We're trying real hard to give them the positive rights. I'm not saying we're always right on our positives, but it's our way. It's our way. You know what I mean? It's not their way. It's not the wrong way. It's our way.